it's Holly from the Proper Pineapple, and today I have a finished object, or an FO, for you guys. It is my Cakes 2 to Tango Shawl I've been working on. I'm going to show it to you real quick, and then we will discuss like all the things about the pattern and what I use stuff. So here it is. It is really big, guys. It's going to cover my face, but look, really big, really, really pretty. I'm so in love with this. So, this pattern, let me kind of get a little bit so I can lay it down here. This pattern is by Gwen Koch, I believe. It's K-O-K, and her store is Stitchin' Gwen's Ravelry shop on Ravelry. It is a free pattern. I didn't use the exact yarn she calls for in the pattern, but it's the same idea. You buy 2 cake yarns, you know, with like the colors that change, and you make sure they're contrasting, and that way you get this kind of, I'm going to keep it folded in half so you can kind of see it a little better. You get this really cool color changing effect of the 2 cakes at the same time. It's a free pattern, so I feel like I could talk to you guys a little bit more about the pattern. Basically what you're doing is you're going down and coming back, and then you drop that yarn, you pick up the other yarn, you go down, you come back, and it's all single crochets and chain ones is all it is. It's okay. I absolutely love the pattern now that I'm done with it. To get started, I had, if you guys watched my podcast, you'll know I had a lot of trouble with it because I was messing around with the size of my hook. Sorry, but once I got going, once I got to probably right in maybe like just to the end of the purple, it started to click. At first, I'm going to recommend if you try this. At first, you might seem like confused because sometimes it's just hard to see where to put your stitches at first, but if you just stick with it, it really does, once you get going, get so easy. It was what I like to call a mindless crochet. I was able to just sit down and just start crocheting with it. One thing I did do with the pattern to help me is at the point right here, because in this one what you do is you do a single crochet, you chain one, you put another single crochet right in that point. And especially in the beginning, sometimes, you know guys, when you're working on a triangle scarf or shawl, sometimes you just miss that center one and keep going because you're just not paying attention. So I just would put a tiny stitch marker right in there. So as I was just working along, because I mean, look how long this edge gets, guys. Whoop, I don't know if all that is in camera, but it's quite long. I would just be working along, and then all of a sudden, boop, I'd hit that stitch marker, and I'm like, oh, I'm already at my corner. And then I would put the doubles in there and go up the other side. It was really, really, like I said, once you get going on this, get past the first, I would say 10 rows, you're going to love this. It works up so just quick and easy, and if you get the color, the 2 contrasting yarns going, it gets really fun. Now I will say, so okay, the yarns I used was Lion Brand Mandalas. I used for mostly the blues in this, so like this darker navy and the black up here to the bright blues is just a regular mandala in the color Spirit, and the purples, grays, light pink, white, and then the bright pink, which is of course my favorite, is a Lion Brand Mandala Baby in the color Dream World. And they're both the same yardage and the same weight, so it was okay to kind of mix them that way. At first, when I bought this, I obviously bought the pink because of this hot pink, right? I mean, I don't know if you could tell that I enjoy hot pink, but I do. And I bought the blue for this bright turquoisey blue that you got going on in here. And of course, I just lined them up. The purple was a complete surprise to me. You know how sometimes with the mandalas or any of the cake yarns, that center part, you won't even know what color it is until you start pulling it out. So it was a pleasant surprise though. But when I got going, if you can see here, guys, look, the blue cake started in almost a black navy to a lighter navy and then down. And I went from purple to gray for quite a ways before I hit pink. At first, I was just not feeling the colors. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. They are. But I'm a bright color person. That's just who I am. I wanted this hot pink pretty much through the whole thing. But as soon as I hit this, I'm going to use the edges here, this tealy color, and then I got into some of this baby pink, and then I was just loving it. I think the last time I showed it on my podcast, I had just started the baby pink, and oh my, as soon as I hit those colors, the whole shawl came together, and now I love the darker center part and the bright edge. Because originally I was like, oh, I should have started with the pink in the middle, so I'd have the pink right here and more. But no, I really, really love this. I think the darks really kind of just play well with the bright colors. I adore it. So, like I said, did I mention that it's a free pattern on Ravelry? I believe I did. All right. So part of the problem I had with it is I didn't pay attention to my yarn label. The mandala cakes call for, I believe, a 5 or a 5.5 millimeter, but they're a very lightweight DK, so I usually use like a 375 hook. So I started out there, and it actually made everything so tight it was really hard to find where to put my stitches. And so I frogged it, and then I went up to like a 4, and I frogged it, and finally I just got out one of my absolute favorite hooks, my 5.5 millimeter crochet hook from TooShayCrochet. We'll link her shop down in the description. And as soon as I got the bigger hook out and just started working, it really opened up those chain one spaces and made it so much easier to see where to put my hook and where to do my stitches, and it just started flying by. So don't be like me. Don't be stubborn and be like, no, I want to do it in a smaller. Like, do what's comfortable, and this was definitely more comfortable using the 5.5 millimeter hook. And like I said, it doesn't hurt any that this is my favorite hook. It's just so comfy to hold. But okay, I'm going to set that there. So that is my yarn and the pattern information. Again, I would absolutely recommend this to somebody. Maybe not if you're a beginner, because like I said, the first like 5 or 6 rows, a little confusing. But once you get going, it's just really, really fun, and it's beautiful. And look, I wear it, so you could wear it like, put it behind me. I could wear it as just like a traditional shawl. It's plenty big enough for that, especially in the fall. And of course, then I've got these beautiful bright colors near my face, which I just adore. You could wear it like this, like a shawl. Or, if you live in Michigan, where I do, and it gets freezing most of the year, you can wear it like a triangle scarf. Pull it around. Let me get my hair out, guys. I think that's really pretty too. It's just a lot of this, so if you don't like that, I wouldn't recommend it, but it is so pretty, isn't it? I love it. I don't know which way I like it, but I think the way I like to wear it best is actually to put one of the point over my shoulder. Sorry, guys. It's so much easier to do this off camera. And I bring one of these over and one over that way. Get all my hair out, of course. And I intend to get a nice pretty shawl pin and just pin it. And I like it kind of just draped over my shoulder. I'm not doing a very good job of draping it right now. But isn't that how it is? As soon as you get on camera, you can't do it. I kind of like it like this, personally. But I really don't think you could go wrong wearing it any way you want. So I absolutely love this. I was actually just thinking you could do this. Little piece of yarn lint on my lip. You could do this if you didn't want to do the cakes and you didn't want to have this much color change going on. You could pick just 2 contrasting yarns and do those, because I mean, just this right here with this blue and the pink is still just fabulous. I mean, that would make a gorgeous shawl all by itself, even without all this other coloring. I mean, I like a lot of color, but you could do this in 2 solid colors or some variegateds. I think it would be really beautiful. So I definitely recommend this pattern. I think it was so fun. I love the way it turned out. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know if you guys are going to try this, because I would love to see yours. There are some pictures of me wearing it over on my Ravelry. You can check out my project page, and that will link you to the pattern itself. But I will also put the pattern down in the description bar. Okay, guys? Well, I'm going to take this, wear it back here. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. I hope you enjoyed my finished object that I was so excited to get finished. I was like, it's so pretty now that it's all done. And I hope you guys get a chance to go over and check out her shop, and probably, if you guys can, go ahead and make this. This is going to be really beautiful for the fall time. Sorry, I can't help but look at the hot pink, guys. Isn't it just gorgeous? Hot pink. Okay, guys, I will let you go. Don't forget, on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Michigan time, which I think is Eastern, I think, the blonde in me. I'm going to be having a live craft night, so tune in. I have a project to be working on, and I'll love to chat with you guys. So until then, bye guys.